Welcome back, everyone, for your manifestation video for February. Hope you friends are doing awesome out there. Welcome back, everyone, and welcome all new subscribers. Okay, guys, this month we are going to talk about money. Money, money, money. Law and attraction of money, manifesting that money. We do have the money cards. We will be using the law and attraction money cards, and we also have the money deck, right? So, of course, and with our regular manifestation cards. So let's get straight in here and see what is going on with you manifesting money, okay? I know usually they don't have a whole lot of a topic. They usually just go with what you want to manifest, but I thought this month, let's get into that money. Okay, so that's message is coming out for you, my friends. Actually, you know what? Let's grab another. Should have 3 up here. Let's go 3. Oh, let's get 3 going. Let's get in here and see what's going on with this money. You know what? I think we're going to actually start a little different this time since it is a different kind of video. Let's make it different, right? I like different. Everybody knows that. Okay, let's do this. I'm going to go ahead and use the law of attraction cards first so we can see what is kind of going on over here when it comes to manifesting that money, giving some affirmations as well. And these are made by Abraham Hicks, by the way, okay? So it's not just some crazy deck. It is, my want is need, not influence. My want is becoming. Now, I think we talked about this once before about how we say, I don't know if I've actually done a video like that. I've listened to it. I say it to myself all the time, but it makes me wonder. If I have, then you guys will remember. If I haven't, then I guess I have not done that yet. When you say, when you are manifesting, you're not going after what it is you want, right? You're not telling the universe, I have to have this. It's not a want. It's not a need. It is a because it is. It is that way, right? So when you're manifesting, you don't want to look needy to the universe. You're not, you don't want to say, because I totally want this, or because I have to have this. Right? Because the universe wants to give you, right, what you truly need, not always your wants. So what you want to say is, it's because it just is this way. It is my becoming. It is who I am. I want this because it's mine, because it is who I am, right? So let's read the back of the card. What is has no bearing on what is coming unless you are continually regurgitating the story of what is. By thinking and speaking more of how you really want your life to be, you allow what you are currently living to be the jumping off place for so much more. But if you speak predominantly of what is, then you still jump off, but you jump off into more of the same. See? You don't want more of what the same is. You want to jump further, right? You know, it gets confusing. This is why this stuff is so confusing. You have to remember, if we could all manifest and law attract everybody, it was so easy, we'd all be rich. We'd all have this. We'd all have that. That's why it is something that is a taught thing, right? So next card coming out. So remember, don't tell the universe, I have to have this, because he's going to say, you don't have to have that. What you need is food and water and shelter, right? What you need is everything that goes to your root chakra. You say it's just because it is, and that's the way it is. It's fine. Okay? So get into that money. I am developing the skill to direct my thoughts. Yeah, you are. Absolutely, right here in this video. I am developing the skill to direct my thoughts. Rewiring that mind. The most valuable skill or talent that you could ever develop is that of directing your thoughts toward what you want. To be adept at quickly evaluating all situations and then quickly coming to the conclusion of what you most want. And then giving your undivided attention to that. There is a tremendous skill in deliberately directing your own thoughts that will yield results that cannot be compared with results that mere action can provide. Because remember, you're going to just say, because it's mine. Remember, you're going to say, this is mine already. You're going to rewire that mind as if you already have this. Not something that's coming to you in the future, because the mind doesn't know the future. It only knows what you have in the present. So rewiring my mind to direct the thing that I want the most and keeping it as I already have this and thanking the universe for having it. Thank you for great health. Even if you are sick and you're still waiting. Thank you for healing my sickness. Thank you for my money. Thank you for my career going up the ladder. Thank you for the food on the table. Thank you. And this is really talking about thanking the universe right now for things you don't have yet, but holding true to them as you're manifesting them. I can always tell a different financial abundance story. That's exactly what you're doing. Yes, thank you. Love that one. Oh my God, and there it is too. I'm going to put that one over there. I see it. I can always tell a different financial abundance story. Let's go this one first though, but that's crazy because I just said that one. What anyone else has or does not have has nothing to do with you. Can we say that one again, guys? What anyone else has or does not have or does not have has nothing to do with you. Universe doesn't care what they have. It has nothing to do with you. The only thing that affects your experience is the way you utilize the non-physical energy with your thought, your abundance or lack of in it is your experience and has nothing to do with anyone else and what anyone else is doing or having. It only has to do with your perspective. It only has to do with your offering of thought. If you want your fortunes to shift, you have to begin telling a different story. What did I just say? Thank you for my money. If somebody asks you, just think about it. Just out of the blue. And you know that you have lack of, right? You don't entertain that no more. Shift that. Somebody asks you, so that job over there, you got a lot of money, right? I mean, are you poor? I mean, no, I have what I need. I am abundant. I'm doing fine. Thank you. Don't shift that down even when you know you don't have enough right now. Don't tell them, well, my job's not doing very good. No, I don't make that kind of money. No, I wish I no. I make plenty of money and I'm doing fine. Self-sabotage. Now, here's the one that I was talking about earlier and about what I do. I do not need to have money to attract money as well. So that's kind of also going over here in this other area over here as well. So I'm going to use this one for there. You do not have to have money to attract money, but you cannot feel poorer and attract money. What did I just say? Why would you downscale yourself? If you want to attract money, you don't go around telling people I'm poor, I don't have this. Okay, well, you're going to stay poor. That's your lack of mindset. That's what you've wired yourself to say. You cannot then develop yourself into a higher standpoint because you've already told the universe, you've already told yourself, I am poor. I am not healthy. Right? The key is you have to find ways of improving the way you feel from right where you stand before things can begin to change. By softening your attention to the things that are going wrong and by beginning to tell stories that lean more in the direction of what you want instead of the direction of what is currently happening. Your vibration will shift. Your point of attraction will shift and you will get different results. Now, we did do a video. Remember, those of you who've been here, right? We did a video on language. How to speak to the universe. I am, right? You guys can find all those videos in the playlist. They're in everybody's, because this is in everybody's, right, video. Okay. So what do we go over here? I am developing this the skill to direct my thoughts. Because I can transform my own world, Spirit says. Why? Because you can transform your own world. Oh my gosh, that's so cool. Thank you, Spirit, for that. Look at this. She's transforming this, and here it is. Right? So why is that so important? Because you're transforming your own. You are co-creator. Now, remind you, if the universe doesn't want you to have it, he will test you, tell you whether or not you can have it, and then he'll either give it to you or he will not. You're only co-creator, not the creator, right? He'll let you know whether it's good for you or not. Make lists of positive aspects. Make lists of things you love. And never complain about anything. And as you use those things that shine bright and make you feel good as your excuse to give your attention and be who you are, you will tune to who you are. And the whole world will begin to transform before your eyes. It is not your job to transform the world for others, though. They have their own journey. It's not your job. You know, if you have children, you focus on your children and bring them up, and then when they become adults, they will do what they do, right? But you can't really transform their world, right? You can only help them, right? But we're not talking about children, right? We're talking about adults. But it is your job to transform it for yourself. A state of appreciation is pure connection to source where there is no perception of lack. You can teach it to others, but you can't make people do it, right? It's kind of like I can lead the horse to water, but I can't make the water, you know, the horse drink the water. They'll either do it or they won't. You just worry about yourself. This is kind of the area of life where the universe is saying you have to kind of worry about yourself when it comes to manifesting things for yourself. You're doing it for your family, but you might not be able to get your husband to do it. Maybe he doesn't believe, or you can't get your wife to do it, right? You can't get your sister, you know what I'm saying, your sister to do it. You do it for your family, you do it for yourself, but maybe you can't get others to join in, right? I will praise success wherever I see it. This is coming underneath that I can always tell a different financial story. When you find yourself critical of the way anyone has attracted or is using money, you are pushing money away from you. So if you see somebody getting the promotion that you wanted, just thank them. You know, thank the universe. You know what? I'm so glad you got that promotion, because you are now giving gratitude towards someone else, praising someone else, and you get that reward back. Karma, my friend. It's called law and attraction. Karma, what comes around goes around. This is all a part of karma as well. People need to understand these things, right? Manifesting is also a part of those chakras, that aura that goes around us, putting things out there. You know, when you're utilizing the tools that we have for positivity towards others and towards ourselves, we get rewarded for things. Otherwise, you're pushing everything back. We're talking about money right now, though, so how much money you want to push back, right? But when you realize that what others do with money has nothing to do with you, and that your primary work is to think and speak and do what feels good to you, then you will be in alignment not only about the subject of money, but about every important subject in your physical experience. Hey, you know what? They want to go blow all their retirement money on a cruise. That's not my problem. I'm going to sit over here and use my retirement wisely. Maybe my interests, my stocks are going to gain more money. I'm not going to worry about what they're doing. So it's kind of like making sure that you're not worried about what everybody else is doing with their money. Okay. And sometimes that's hard because we see people sometimes just blow money. It's like, you know, you'd have been better off to just burn it. Especially those like gambling, right? But some people like to gamble. They like to, maybe it's not even about spending the money. Maybe depends on the problem, right? I personally, when I do go gamble, I think it's fun every now and again because it feels like playing a video game. Nowadays, gambling is like playing a video game. It's like going to the arcade, the adult arcade. Just, you have to know when it's time to back up, right? So then we have these little cards over here. These cards over here are talking about your fears, your lineages, your things, right? Of money. What's keeping you away from money? Deserving. What is your first reaction to the word deserve? What does this teach you about the energy you bring to your relationship to money and to receiving overall abundance? Ask yourself these questions. What is your first reaction to the word deserve? Do you deserve? Do you feel that you deserve? Because if you don't feel like you're in the deserving, then you're not going to get it. Not the way you want it. Not the way you intend to have it. You still get what you get. We all do. But what is it that you really want? What is it you really feel that you deserve? How do you have your relationship with money and receiving overall abundance? Are you a good receiver? We'll talk about that too. Right? Are you a good receiver? Or are you one of those people who love to give, but then when somebody wants to give it back to you, you're like, oh, no, I'm totally good. No. If somebody really genuinely wants to give you something, you need to take it. It's a part of law and attraction. See, when you give, you're getting rewards from it. It's called karma. Remember, what comes around goes around. You're getting angel points for that. So now you're going to discredit someone else from getting their angel points, because what you give, you receive. And if you can't receive it from someone else, then you're denying them that happiness. Because remember, when you give from the heart and soul, how do you feel, my friends? How do you feel? You feel awesome, right? Because I can help you. They want that same, right? Because as people, that's how we feel. Now you have some people that don't want to do that. That's, but we're not talking about them. We're talking about this, right? Change. What do you most want to change in your relationship to wealth? However you define it. What is something familiar or comforting to you that you must release in order to create this desired change? What do you need to let go of? Negative thoughts of, I don't deserve this. Negative thoughts of, maybe money is evil. Money's not evil. People are evil. Money could change me too much. Maybe I shouldn't have it. Oh my gosh, I'm so scared. Maybe it'll just make me an asshole. Really? So you really think that low of yourself to think that money's going to make you into an asshole? No. People are assholes whether they have money or not. And some people do. But then you have to ask yourself, am I really that type of person? Do I really knock myself down that much? And then you have to ask your next question too. Are people with money all the time, are they really assholes, or they just know how to use their money wisely and don't give to people who they know are going to spend it and just keep coming back asking for a handout, asking for a handout, asking for a handout? It's called responsibilities with money. So do I have the responsibilities? So that's another one. Am I selling myself short? What do you want to do about this situation? Self-worth. Image, right? You deserve the freedom. Over here, my financial abundance is my story, and I have trust when it comes to receiving. What do you need and want? What do you trust will happen? Where's your faith in lacking? What would help you to rebuild trust where it is most needed? Do you trust that it can become your reality? Card coming out next. What are the biggest differences between where you are right now and where you want to be? What cause of these differences lies within you? What cause lies outside of yourself, and what can you do with these insights? Well, you can do these insights exactly what I was saying, right? Trusting within yourself and being within the openness of the situation. Receiving is a good one. And allowing yourself to receive from the universe, right? But with that, you have to have that deserving, that I deserve to have such things. What do you receive with openness and gratitude? What do you resist receiving? What do you receive begrudgingly or with conditions? What can you learn from each of these habits around receiving? And that could be even a big thing from the past. You might have to look back into your past and say, you know what, maybe I have something that goes on within the way that I was when I was younger, or maybe my trust issue is because mom and dad said money doesn't grow on trees, but I will tell you right now, they're right. But banks have many branches, so you can kind of say that the bank is the tree, and there's plenty in the universe. There's no such thing as not enough. Okay, so our manifestation cards. Yeah, there it is. Release the past. That's what I do. What did I just say about that? It could be something from childhood. Like, yeah. Releasing the past does not mean that we forget, nor does it mean that if something bad happens, this is okay. It just means that we make a personal choice to no longer allow our history to dictate and shape our life, both now and in the present time or our future. Just because mom and dad says it doesn't grow on trees, but you also have to have a responsibility with money, right? Because you don't want to go overspending money, right? But it's also that idea that maybe you have an idea that only certain people are allowed to have money. That's not true either. If you're meant to have money, you will have that money. If you don't have it today, you can have it tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? And maybe we're only meant to have so much because, you know, maybe some of us are only meant to be, maybe some people are only meant to be billionaires. Maybe some people, you know what I mean? Because we all have soul contracts, but that does not mean that we have to be poor ass out on the street. Okay? Take a leaf. This card is an invitation to take a leap of faith. Sometimes, even when we desperately desire change, we procrastinate and find all kinds of reasons as to why we should stay as we are. You can make this shit up. Did I just not say that though? Right? Just because they said it doesn't grow on a tree doesn't mean that we have to be poor, living on the streets, right? Oh my gosh. As to why we should stay where we are. It is completely understandable to be anxious when stepping into the unknown. This card is calling us to trust and make that move. So there's that trust with the release the past. Excuse me. Now going on over here to you're deserving. Of course you're deserving. Empower yourself. Spirit says, look at that. Empower yourself. You deserve. Empowerment does not mean that we have power over others. Wow, we even talked about that though too in some ways, that we cannot help others. We honor our capacity for free will and conscious choice, well as honoring the same in others. This card asks you to evaluate your present situation and to take an ownership of your right to choose with a recognition of the entitlement of others to do the same. Yeah, stand in your truth. To have and to hold. Healthy relationships are formed through love rather than need. And this can be any relationship. Right now, we're talking about the relationship of what? Money. Right? So it is such a human being, or a human thing, excuse me, to hold on to others' thoughts and fears and insecurities. But the dynamic can stifle a relationship's potential to flourish and actually push all of this away. Give your relationship the freedom it needs to form the healthy foundations of trust within what? Money. Because you can even say that if you're hanging around with somebody who's, you know what, I'm poor, or even if it's your spouse, I'm so sorry, right, to have to say that. But if they're always telling you guys all the time, we're poor, you're poor, you need to try to make them stop saying that, because that is not helping the situation. That is not going, it's not even healthy to even have it in your mindset, because they're making everyone in the house believe you're poor. You're never going to have a leg up if that's just going to continue on and on and on. I mean, it's just, you know, and it's not even good to tell your children that, because they bring it in their headset, into their mindset, that they're poor. Only a fraction of those children are going to say, you know what, one day I'm not going to be poor. But you know what, the actual percentage of people who are poor, their children, there is not a high enough percentage of children that say, I'm not going to be poor when I grow up. There is not enough percentage of children who actually keep that mindset from childhood. They keep it as, you know what I'm saying? The only ones I think that really did at that time, my friends, were the baby boomers in a lot of ways, right? But it does seem like there's a lot of more empowerment today than there was before. But you still have to understand that they're going to hold that in their head. And even if they do tell themselves, you know what, I'm not going to be poor when I grow up, As soon as they start going downhill, you just don't know, because you know what? They've got it in their head, right? We're poor, we're poor. We have to be careful what we're saying. Words are power. And we're pushing that into our generation, our younger generation. You know, what we can say is, you know, we just don't have the money right now. We have plenty. You have a roof over your head. You're eating food. You have the needs and necessities, right, to life. You have a nice warm bed, clothes on your back. You know, universe provides what we need, right? Okay, next. Expectations is a form of memory. Our past experience color our expectations of future circumstances and outcomes. You are asked to release any form of negative. I swear you not. How is this happening? It's always this video though too. This is crazy. Form of negative expectations based on past experiences, and center yourself in the infinite possibilities of now. I have more signs and synchronicity of everything falling together in this meditation video more than any other. We get them a lot in the regular readings, but I think this one's always falling into space, like 100. Okay, so next one coming out, outcome. This card asks you not to be attached to the specific outcome. In any new situation, the possibilities are open-ended. Anything might happen. Try not to prescribe a fixed outcome within your mind, as this may limit your ability to access the infinite scope of possibilities sent to guide you in the best possible direction. And I think we've talked about this one before, guys. We ask the universe for things, but remember, we can visualize the way it needs to go, but do not ever keep your 100% expectations on how the outcome is going to be, or you might miss the situation and the opportunity, right? Unless you know for a fact that, you know, it has to come through a text message, right? Unless you know for a fact, because that's the only way that could actually happen. You know what I mean? But otherwise, do not make it as it has to be at Starbucks. It has to be at this gas station. Because if you guys are all over the place all the time, right, then it could be at the grocery store, not Starbucks. Do you see what I'm trying to say? Unless you know, like I said, for a fact that it's a certain kind of situation that it has to be on a text message or through a phone call, then you already know that that's the way it's going to be anyways, okay? But for the majority of you, you're always looking for this, you know, it has to be this way, right? And just remember, you visualize it the way you visualize it, but it does not mean that it has to be webbed together that way, okay? The weaving, and even if it comes through a text message, it could end up going different in the end than the way you visualized, right? You know, because then maybe it's like, well, in my dream, you know, they text me and we're going to meet at Starbucks. No, they don't, you know what I mean? They don't really like coffee, right? They want to meet at Panera Bread, you know what I mean? They want to eat sandwiches. They actually want to eat something, you know what I mean? They're actually the type that actually want to go out and eat, okay? Not just drink a cup of coffee, right? So that's what I'm saying. Careful of the way the outcomes look. It's great for visualization. Always visualize. Just don't expect that outcome to be exactly the way it's 100% visualized. Okay, because it doesn't always come that way, because otherwise you guys could miss opportunities. Okay. Okay, man, that was a great video. I didn't have my affirmation cards. Oh, let me get them, guys. Don't want to send you off for the night or the day without having some words of encouragement. Always should have them. I don't know why I didn't have them out. I wasn't thinking, I guess. Okay. This message is for our beautiful subscribers, followers, and watchers. And guys, if you know someone who would love this video, go ahead and share this video. Get it out there as much as possible. I think all this stuff is very important. It's helped me a lot in my life, so I'm still working on the bigger pieces, but you know how it is. You want that 3-scoop ice cream. It's going to take a while. Okay, my friends. I live an inspired life full of things I love. Yes, you do. Stay away from those people who try to, yeah. Oh, okay. I'm like, what is this word? Discourage. Wow. Okay, man. Okay, stay away from those people who try to discourage your ambitions. I don't like the way that they wrote this one. Small minds will always do that, but great minds will give you a feeling that you can become great too. The cursive on there is a little like, wow, okay. And believe you me, I can write cursive and read it, but that one's a little like, okay. That one's a little weird. Mark Twain, your handwriting's not that great. This one is, I am worthy of everything good in my life. I deserve to be happy. If my mind can conceive it, if my heart can believe it, then I can achieve it. Muhammad Ali. Yes. I am worthy of everything good in my life. I deserve to be happy. What? Are you deserving? Yes. Live the inspired life full of things I love. I love this one, and we're going to use this one for sure. Because today is the day, my friends. Today is the day. The only limit to our realization of tomorrow will be our doubts today. Franklin D. Roosevelt. Today is the day. If you're watching this video, today is your day. This is the day where you get to learn, right, about what to do, what not to do, and believe that you can have all that you want in life. Be happy. Raise those vibrations. Believe in yourself. Have faith in your abilities. Without a humble but responsible and reasonable confidence in your own powers, you cannot be successful or happy. So be responsible, be reasonable, be confident, and you can be what? Successful and happy. Norman Vincent Peale. Here you are, my friends. And today is your day. And remember, not only today is your day, but tomorrow is your day too. Right? Hold on to what you truly want. Okay? Because every day I am moving towards my best life. Say it. Every day I am moving towards my best life. Why? Because today is not going to be the day. Today is the day. Why? Because you're owning the day. You're not saying that it's going to be happy. How do you know it's going to be happy? Because no. It is already happy. It is already there. Today is already successful. Wake up. Tell yourself when you're drinking your coffee, today is the day. Today is a great day. Own it as it's already happening, right? I do not try to dance better than anyone else. I only try to dance better than myself. Ariana Huffington. And that's it. And that's for you, my friends. Until next time, be your what? Your own legacy. Until next time, peace and love. Bye-bye.